Okay, so we've been here before. You make insane purchase decisions. I offer some insights on what kind of person you are. And I give you a scientific score out of 10.
Bruh.
So of course, this is just my opinion because I want you guys to remember that you will always be loved completely, simply for being who you are. Even those of you that use HP laptops. Now, with the recent comeback of Intel chips and ARM-based Windows laptops, the laptop game has become pretty interesting. And as always, there is only one right answer. Now, if you're watching this on a Chromebook, you are about 11 years old and your school dumped a Chromebook on you because there's no way with a fully functioning brain you really looked at all of the other nice value laptops out there and really said, but you are a very decisive person. You don't really care what other people think because you know your priorities are much beyond tech. But you never seem to make the right decisions. And that's okay, because you don't really need a lot to get by.
Oh, mate, but I run Linux on my Chromebook. I run games, edit videos, and do all my work.
Congratulations. So can every other laptop. 3 out of 10. If you're using an XPS, but especially any XPS line before 2022, before they started doing some weird shit to it, you are somehow both insecure and confident, both with a very strong desire to fit in, but also not follow the crowd. You think you are unique and special because deliberately not going for the MacBook means you can tell other people that you didn't go for the MacBook. Because Dell is a very small indie laptop company. In fact, you're pretty vocal about how terrible Macs are. But deep down, you secretly want to try one. Like any Dell laptop, you're a pretty reliable dude. And I can confirm that the people around you are very lucky to have you in their lives. But inside, you're dealing with some mad identity issues and frankly trying very hard to be something that just isn't you. 5 out of 10. Ah yes, the MacBook Air. There's a whole lot to unpack here, but I'll start with this. All of you just love to set your wallet on fire. Now, I think the Air can be divided into two categories. If you own any MacBook Air below the M2 line, then you might be a bit of an NPC. You lack focus, you always have about 50 tabs open, your desktop is always a mess, and you can never seem to finish anything you started. But who really needs focus? Or money, or responsibilities when your fits are always fire? You're a very outgoing person and bring great energy wherever you go, great attention to detail, and great laptop choice. 9 out of 10.
Huh?
Now, if you're using an M2 Air or above, you have way too much money and too many Apple products. You're a techie and great at managing multiple different things at once. Now, if only you were able to manage a decent love life. You're a bit of a minimalist and you don't own a lot of things. In fact, it turns out you just overpay for everything you do own. You have a bit of a superiority complex. Imagine thinking you're some sort of creative genius because you have a Mac. Just give it a little try. It might just be the start of a beautiful creative journey. 7 out of 10. Now, Microsoft Surface is kinda like Dell. If Dell managed to finally resolve its identity issues and decided, F it, I'll just straight up become this guy. If you're using any Surface device, you are a corporate demon. A LinkedIn booty licker, so to speak, and the biggest Microsoft fanboy. You are insanely well organized and super into productivity, and everything is tracked down in your calendar. It's just a shame you didn't track how bad the Surface Pro is, because it is quite literally one of the worst computers I've ever used in my life. You're a natural leader, outgoing, extroverted, and love to see the good in all things. But this is only scratching the surface. 4 out of 10. If you prefer a Lenovo, you have great taste. A blend of appreciations for modern and classic utilitarian designs, unless of course you're working at any of these companies.
Bruh.
In which case, please close this video. You're a little bit older and you are very loyal. You often find yourself sticking to one brand for very long periods of time. So it seems that your values are pretty clear. You prefer function over form, even if it means having a literal nipple on your keyboard. If the ThinkPad is your daily, or maybe even the yoga, You are always stressed the hell out, and you've got absolutely no chill. If you're using an older ThinkPad, you have way too much time on your hands.
Psst. Hey, buddy. Did you know I'm using Arch Linux?
8.5 out of 10. Now if you're using an ASUS, or an ASUS, or however the hell you pronounce it, then you have no social skills and terrible eyesight. It takes a while for you to open up to other people, and God really put a lot of effort into keeping you humble. You're a gamer, and you have all of the gamer peripherals, but for some reason you are not good at them. But you're pretty chill, and super easy to get along with. Great laptop choice. 9 out of 10. Now I don't have a lot to say about HP because does anyone actually use these? If the Spectre is your main laptop, you are an incredibly patient person. I mean, HP software is so ass that the best thing about them is that they don't work half the time. So I really don't envy you. You have a taste for the finer things, like brushed metals, golds and blacks, but your taste is also hella tacky. You are a quiet, reserved person with a tiny bit of OCD. If the items placed on your desk are not perfectly parallel to each other, you will explode. Like the Spectre, you've got a lot of issues, but don't we all? At least you're kinda beautiful. 4 out of 10.